Hello everyone! Today Flick and I did some tests with medical gameplay. A few weeks ago I did a reaction video to Star Citizen behind the ship's Apollo. And I said I never saw this animation before, so I guess it's not in the game, but I got comments, no, it's already in the game. Flick and I were curious, so we wanted to check out if this is really in the game. We also want to see if we can push up a player on a gurney into Apollo. I want to do it without anyone on the trolley first, on the gurney. Okay, it kind of works, but animations don't look exactly fantastic. But it kind of works. Now Flickr wants to lay down on the medical gurney. Your editor speaking, Flickr clicked on F, laid down on gurney, and gurney went down, but hands of my character are still in the air. Now I don't expect perfect animations for everything, but having everything physicalized and trying to make it look good is wasting so much time. Why not just quickly lay down on a gurney? Who cares? No, instead we have all those fancy animations that are still looking terrible. Why are you doing this, Chris? Look, because of those two things, she is moving a little bit on the gurney. Yeah, I'm saying this a lot in my videos. We have two things of players moving at player speeds. Look at this. Flickr is moving left and right. Almost looks like she fell off the bed, but no, she is still on the bed. When I move forward, reverse, forward, reverse. Yet she cannot even deal with players moving at player speed. Do you think wise? I would like to point out, from Flickr's point of view, this looks perfectly fine. She is not sliding left, right, forward, reverse on the gurney. Okay, let's try to push Flickr into the ship. Now Flickr is floating besides the medical gurney, because server has like 1 tick an hour. Okay, it's not 1 tick an hour, but it's like maybe 4 ticks a minute. It kind of works, but it's so cringe because the server doesn't know that Flickr moved, or because of all those two things, but it worked.
Server meshing has been working pretty much flawlessly at scale for the past 9 months.
Okay, now I'm on the gurney and Flickr will try to push me inside Apollo. Yeah, I'm lying stationary on the gurney, but when I was pushing Flickr, Flickr was do-syncing all over the place. I guess I'm not do-syncing for Flickr. This is so janky. Okay, it kind of works. But movement of this trolley gurney is very janky. Not exactly AAA quality. Now Flickr tries to pick me up and put me on a medical bed, but there is no prompt for this. Only prompt there is track player, but then my player just stands up. Now Flickr tries to grab me. Now I'm standing on the bed. Let's try to push this thing inside Apollo. Okay, it didn't work as planned. Luckily I have a tractor beam with me. So I can put it back onto its wheels. Let's try again. Year 13, $1 billion. This time I'm going up slowly. Okay, if you are very slowly, it works, kinda. It's still jumping up and down. Okay, slow, slow, come on. No, I cannot make this. I mean, of course I can use a tractor beam, but why should I use a tractor beam? This thing is supposed to get rolled inside. Crap. Okay. Okay, again, slow, slow. So I try to speed it up here so I can get actually inside. Nope. I guess I have to use the tractor beam. Hey, it works. If you have a tractor beam, you can push this thing into an Apollo. Flickr suggested I should incapacitate her and see if I can put her onto the medbed. Flickr is now bleeding to death, and now she is incapacitated. Let's see if I can pick up Flickr and put her onto the medbed. Your editor speaking, it was very hard to get the selection wheel up. It was only up for a split second, and there was no pick up body, only track body. Okay, but it's it's very hard to. Okay, I have track body. But it's gone. It's going. I have it for a split second, and it's gone again. I try again. It's gone again. It's on the screen for a split second, and it's gone again. I have track body, but it's really hard to hit it. Maybe the server is too laggy, I don't know. Okay, I tractor Flickr now next to the medbed. Selection wheel on an incapacitated player is only up for a split second. I have no idea why. And there is no pickup body, only track body. We tried to track a body onto the medbed, but this didn't work either. I am not saying people who wrote it works are not telling the truth. Maybe we did something wrong, but I cannot see how this is supposed to work. And there was no prompt on the medbed to lay down another player, only one prompt for me to lay down. Track body. Okay, I only have track body. I don't have pick body up. I have your body still tracked. No, I have your body kinda on the medbed. I tracked your body onto the medbed. When I look at your dead body, I get a very easy F prompt with selection wheel. Selection wheel is very stable, doesn't move. But when I tracked your incapacitated body, when I wanted to track you, it was very hard to get a selection wheel. Now Flickr incapacitated me and tries to put me onto a medbed. Okay, I'm incapacitated for 90 minutes. So now you can try to find an F prompt. Flickr had exactly the same problem I had. Selection wheel on an incapacitated player is only up for a split second. On a dead player, it's up forever. And there was no option to pick up a body and lay a body down on a medbed. Tell me you have the same problems I have, that it's very hard to get a selection wheel up. Is this the same for you? Yeah, the thing is, with your dead body, it was very easy for me to get selection wheel up. But with your incapacitated body, it took forever. And then selection wheel was only up for like a split second. I could, if I was lucky, I could click on track, but there was no pick up body. And when your body was tracked, and I tracked your body to a medbed, there was no option to lay you down on a medbed. Yeah, you yourself are laying down. Okay, so it was not my stupidity. I mean, I'm not saying what CRT showed us is fake, because some people told me it works for them. Maybe it worked in the past, maybe it works sometimes, but it's it's not exactly easy. And I think we should be able to lay down an incapacitated player onto a medbed so he can heal. Yeah. I guess you had to be dragged, but yourself are laying down. Yeah, so much for this. CRT is unable to even give us a working focus system. There are hundreds of games, thousands of games with a working focus system. I cannot tell you how many times I wanted to open a door, but I entered a turret. Flick and I were not able to pick up a body and lay a body down onto a medbed. Selection wheel on an incapacitated body was only up for a split second, and there was no option to pick up a body. Again, I'm not saying what CRT showed is fake. I'm not saying people who told me it works are not telling the truth. Maybe we did something wrong. If you can actually pick up a body and lay a body down on a medbed, and you know how this works, please leave a comment. I really, really want to try this. Thank you very, very much again, Flickr, for all your help and all your suggestions. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen.
In her book, Dynamics of a Mindful Life, Maria Hurston encouraged all patients to repeat the following healing affirmations to inspire and motivate healing. I will be grateful for the care given to me. I will focus on my positive energy rather than on defeat. I take responsibility. I actively dedicate myself to
Hey, you're still here. You might want to join me on Twitter or on Blue Sky.